Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, September 29th, and we're going to try and live solve the LA Times crossword puzzle that was constructed by Catherine Cetta. Cetta, I don't, Cetta. Anyways, here we go. Thanks for joining me, and let's see what we got. All right. Just going to make that a little bit bigger so we can all see it. Oh, too big. Just kidding. All right. URL ending for MoMA. So I wonder if that's like .art or .gov, something like that. Down under gem is an opal, OPAL. Those come from Australia, so that's easy. So this is org, O-R-G, for MoMA. Pretty straightforward, I suppose. Early film legend Greta Garbo. That's nice. Pie crust fat is lard. Even par is a 72 in golf. Not always, as it indicates often, but typically an 18-hole golf course will have a par of 72. Perfect is probably ideal, I'd say. Off to the side at sea. So like a port, maybe, something like that. We'll skip that for a sec. Die type, I'm not sure, but let's look at the down here. Demolish is probably raise, which is interesting. Die type, doesn't ring any bells right off the bat. A man at the altar. I want to say that's like maybe a groomsman. Groomsman. No, because this is going to be southeast. So I'm not sure who the man at the altar is. A 1944 law for returning vets is a GI Bill, which I believe the GI Bill officially is over now, but they've replaced it with a number of new and additional vet benefits. Bustle is a do. The DVR button is probably record, where a strike usually isn't lucky. Where a strike usually isn't lucky. It's interesting. Chord. Oops. A lip soother is a balm. So maybe it's bowling alley, bowling lane. So DVR button. So that's interesting. Like, rewind is a DVR button, but that's going to be record. So bowling lane, I guess, is what we're going to go with here. Let's see if that can be confirmed here. A hula or a hora is going to be a dance. So that does confirm lane for me, most likely. And let's just see if we can get all these downs here and confirm everything. A transmission delay is a lag. So like slow internet transmission speed. Like trumpeting trumpets might be like a blare. Off to the side, let's see. A beam is what this is. A beam. So this could be, I don't really love that that's a beam and a blare. Assuming that is correct. A sales rep's customer is his account, his or her account. Bowling lane. Yanks crosstown rivals are Mets. Laugh at a joke is react. Eggy cakes are ports, I guess. Port. Don't all cakes have eggs in them? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't bake a lot of cakes, but I thought they all had at least some eggs in them. Small bills are ones. And reward for poor service is no tip. And This looks like mishmash is oleo, and moo is a meadow sound, so that works. Taya Leone. I think of her, what was that show? Dharma and Greg, I think. Right? Taya Leone? Yeah. That's like a million years ago. That's a very dated reference for most people. 1,760 yard runner. I'm going to say that's a miler, someone who runs a mile. So man at the altar, oh, groom to be. That makes sense. That works. TNT component is going to be nitro, tri-nitro, etc. Let's see. Dinner guest's gift is going to be a bottle of wine. That's typically what a guest would bring. Garbage can emanation is an odor. Poetic tributes are odes. Ode and odor, a beam and a blare. It's a lot of crossing, similar crossers, I guess, so far. Spammers often are bots. And then Tim Tebow. Haven't heard that name in a while and kind of miss having Tebow in the news. He was just always hovering around there, always on the brink of being a really big deal. Wide shoe sizes, so that's like EEs, and then higher numbered pool balls will be a stripe. And bad to the core is rotten. A fern leaf is a frond. Comes out on top in is probably like wins at. So 2,000 pounds is a ton. Wins at. All right, let's try this. See if we can get some crosses here. Just work our way straight down the grid. Shoulder shrugging symbol could be like meh, M-E-H, meh. Did George Orwell go to Eton, perhaps? Meh. Optimism is hope. That works. And take care of would be C2, right? Outdated tennis racket material could be like wood. And is this scheduled land is due in? I think this is Odensk with a K. Slip up. And that would seem to be error, E-R-R. Something here doesn't look great. So we're gonna move on for a moment and see if it sorts itself out. Danish birthplace of Hans Christian Andersen. Okay, cut short is probably chop. Right? Good for nothing. So meh and meh. That doesn't look right. Panache, I think, is going to be éclat. French word. Fencing may mark it. So this is going to be boundary line, right? That doesn't really help me here. But so I guess this is probably going to be error. And take to lunch is treat. Good for nothing. Is eaten in hope. I mean, those certainly seem right. And meh. That's an interesting little section here that I'm struggling with because this all seems right except for this good for nothing. Good for nothing. I mean, what could that be? No idea. It's going to be really obvious. It's Tuesday. Like, it's definitely not super complicated, and we're both going to feel stupid when I figure this one out. Like bread dough is yeasty. I mean, how often would you say yeasty? Not very. A sky supporting titan is Atlas, who held up the whole entire world. Pants part is probably, well, it could be like a seam or a seat. High school challenge, that's probably SAT. So we'll go with seat for pants part. And then area code, great. Black Sea or Caspian Sea. Good for nothing. Before inverse is going to be air, E-R-E. Good for nothing. Meritless. That's what this is. Meritless, not me hitless. And crop works for cut short. So that was, I mean, chop, I think, cut short, chop something off. That I think that also works. So that could be a tricky crosser there. We figured it out, so we can move on. Whack-a-mole setting is an arcade. Buddies are probably pals. PD alerts, A, P, B's, all points bulletins, which are police department alerts over the radio. So I'm going to fill in pals here for buddies. Lolled on a beach is probably basked in the sun, right? Less common is rarer, more rare. Garlic unit is a clove. Black's foes in checkers are reds, right? Orthopedist's concerns. So like broken bones, maybe. Broken. So this is going to be ERs and sever. It's interesting. Lop off for sever, and then cut short for crop. Those are pretty similar. There are a number of similar, I don't know, sort of parallels, mirror clues, maybe. Bond creator Fleming is Ian Fleming. Love Bond. A flaring star is a nova. Tennis court essential must be a net. But the only thing you need to make a tennis court. So Tolkien creature could be like an orc or an ent. But I think this is broken bones, right? And stand lookout for as a heist would be a bet. Shabby, is that like tatty? Or tatty? And 100-meter freestyle is an example of an event. Congratulations, we've just completed the Tuesday puzzle, the LA Times. Terrific, 12 minutes and 21 seconds. I'm gonna say that was like, I mean, obviously I was walking through it doing a live solve, but I think it was probably a little bit harder than a typical Tuesday. Broken bones is our theme. Orthopedist concerns, and what you'll find in two parts in the answers to the starred clues, right? So broken bones. So there must be the name of a bone in here somewhere that's split up, right? But I don't really see it. Oh, just the word bone. Oh, that's kind of boring. I thought it was going to be the name, ulna or radius or femur or something was going to be split up, but it's just BO at the beginning and NE at the end. Bottle of wine, boundary line, right? Okay, so pretty simple and straightforward. I wouldn't have minded if that was a little more nuanced than just spelling the same word bone over and over again. And I'm surprised I didn't notice that either, like that all the themers started and ended with those letters. But I can't say that I paid a whole lot of attention to the theme during the solve. I mean, broken bones I got just because it looked like the words broken bones, not even so much from the relation to the theme. Other than that, there's a lot of common stuff, although there were some nice clues like hula or a hora, like that's a nice way to dance, to include dance. I do think this a beam, a blare is pretty weird. Um, those just feel awfully similar. AZO for a die type. I know I've seen that before, but eh, not crazy about it. I like this clue from Myler, 1760-yard runner. Tim Tebow, nice to see his smiling face again in here. Um, yeah, anyways, pretty nice solve. Pretty straightforward, although possibly a little bit tough for Tuesday. And especially that place where I did struggle over here with crop and chop. I wonder if anyone else had that same issue. So let me know if you did. Anyways, thanks for joining me for this live solve of the LA Times puzzle. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.